Flat stats here. 312 DPS, 349 toughness, 135k skill power, and then firearms 71, stamina 38, and electronics 37. So I'm using the MP5 ST. I think out of all the submachine guns, I reckon this one's probably the best. I probably wouldn't use another one like the MP7, or I guess you could use the Navy MP5. Navy MP5 is fine as well, but I prefer the MP5 ST, my favourite one. So yeah, so I got 19% critical hit chance with 19.2 damage per bullet. Rate of fire is like 844. Magazine, I think it's 67. And my talents: responsive, hurried, competent, and unforgiving. Now with SMGs, I would highly recommend using hurried. I reckon it's awesome just in 1v1 battles, or just any kind of battles that you have, just constant damage, because yeah, SMGs don't do as much damage as ARs, but just like constant damage of just like smashing them, quick reloads, keep smashing them. Don't need bugger all firearms to unlock it either. Great to have, I reckon, hurried. I don't think that many people use it, but SMGs, it's so good to use, having hurried. And obviously your main one's just like responsive there. That's also a must. Competent, I mean, you don't really need competent. I like to use competent. You probably swap that out for deadly, or yeah, like deadly. Probably not brutal. One of those talents would use fine as well, but I like using competent just when going to battle, because I normally always put my pulse first, and then when I'm shooting, pop my heal, and then get the extra damage as well. And unforgiving, I reckon unforgiving is definitely a must as well. So yeah, definitely unforgiving and responsive is what you definitely want in your builds. I'm just lucky because I get to get 4 talents, which is handy. For my mods, extended magazine, 111% magazine size, 3% critical hit chance, and 5.5 rate of fire. On my scope, I've gone for critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and headshot damage. On my muzzle, I've gone for critical hit damage again, 6% headshot damage, and 2.5 stability, which I don't really need, but you probably change stability for optimal range. It's up to you, whatever. This is kind of the best one I have, just because I get the 6% headshot damage. And on my grip as well, critical hit damage. I just kind of try to smash a fair bit of critical hit damage, because I don't have deadly on my gun talents. So yeah, for my chest piece, as I was saying, so I've got it rolled to electronics 1268, so nice and high, and then I've gone vigorous at the moment with skill, haste, health, and ammo capacity. So that's pretty good. You can't really beat that. That's probably like the best talents you could probably get on a chest piece. Like that's not even as good as it either. That's probably the best talents you could get. And the reason why I mix it up, if I run in a group, I like to use vigorous, because they get the like the extra heal, especially with a healer build in this patch. It's like really good if you have a healer build as like one of your teammates, and then you have them all run vigorous. You'll get awesome overheals, and like you would just get constant overheal the entire time if you're in the immune box. So yeah, if I'm in a group, I'll normally run vigorous, but then if I'm solo, I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure which one I want to use out of these two. I really mix it up. Sometimes I use vigorous, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use Barrett's, sometimes I don't. Again, I got Barrett's rolled to electronics. I think you should always have at least one piece rolled to electronics. Yeah, so then you can get, like, I use booster shot instead of a normal heal. But and that still gives me a pretty decent heal, and I get the extra damage from that as well. So yeah, I think definitely at least roll one piece of your gear to electronics. Try to get like 130k skill. I think with that one, of like 148. If I use Barrett's, because the skill power extra 10%. Yeah, so if you want to use Barrett's, you can use Barrett's, and then if you say you're having a 1v1 with someone, you can run in there and you can pop your booster shot first to get an extra heal. But you just don't get that overheal, so I'm liking Vigorous at the moment so far. I'm really enjoying Vigorous. Anyway, onto my mask, Alpha Bridge mask. Just the usual, just 4% critical hit chance. That's maxed out, I'm pretty sure. I probably wouldn't go for... You'd probably go for skill power or something if you want. But I don't know. I just think I like the critical hit chance a little bit extra. You don't really need it too much on SMJs, but it just all helps. Just critical hit chance. You can go that or skill power. It's up to you really. And then damage to elites. I didn't even really bother about the minor attribute. Nice high firearms roll there. Oh yeah, all my mods are obviously health. Every single one of my performance mods, prototype firearms mod, whatever you call them, they're all they're all to health. All my knee pads, again 16,000 health, shock resistance, damage to elites, burn resistance. If you could get damage to elites, like them ones there, they're probably better if they had a higher stamina roll, and obviously had health as well. That's better. That's like the better minor attributes to go for. But I'm not too fast. I don't care about the minor attributes too much. But just if you want to get real fancy with it, I would change yeah, I'd get rid of damage to elites for blind death resistance or disrupt resistance, something like that. And then yeah, I've got health and then nice high stamina roll. Again, my mod's just health and then first aid self heal. For my holster, not bad. 1224 firearms, 1259 stamina. Electronics is a little bit low. I probably would have preferred that to be in the 12s as well. Would have been a lot better, but it's all good. I think that health roll, that's pretty high, 8,000. Yeah, not too high, just on average, but yeah. That's my holster there. For my gloves, 1204 firearms, critical hit chance, SMJ damage, and then 15% critical hit damage. That's all you need for gloves. Sweet. Backpack, my specialized backpack. Again, just health, ammo capacity, so that's the best you can kind of get. Health, ammo capacity, that's all you need for that. Again, just health mod, self-aid, first aid self-heal, first aid self-heal. That's pretty much it. My secondary, I don't even really, that's just another MP file, I don't even look at that. Alright, so go over here. I think with my builds, I've been enjoying more, so hold on. I try aim for around 71 firearms, at least in the 7s. And what I like with Alpha Bridge, you know how, so like if I change that, bad example. What am I looking for? Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, so really confused then. Yeah, so what I like with Alpha Bridge, so see there how with my Lavoa, Unforgiving is locked. I mean, is unlocked. Sorry, yeah, Unforgiving is locked because my stamina is too low. What I like with Alpha Bridge, it doesn't matter what your stats are. Boom, change it back. It's unlocked, and it's still underneath that 4790 stamina. That's what I like with Alpha Bridge, because you can use Alpha Bridge and you don't need to worry really what your stats are, as long as like for firearms and stamina. What I mean. My gun gear, there it is. Yeah, yeah. So you don't need to worry about your actual stats, as long as you still have like around 350 toughness is pretty good. So what I can do is I can lower my stamina, because it doesn't really matter my stamina, but my toughness is still around 350, and then I can have a bit higher skill power, and then my firearms can still be nice and high as well. I just have lower stamina, but my toughness and survivability is still the exact same. So that's why I like Alpha Bridge. It's up to you if you want to do it that way, but that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been working pretty well. So critical hit chance 34.5, critical hit damage 96, and headshot damage 62. I honestly haven't even really looked at my critical hit damage or headshot damage when making a build. I really haven't even been fussed with it, to be honest. But yeah, that's what it is. It's whatever. Yeah, I honestly haven't even been really looking at that. Enemy armor damage 0, doesn't do anything anyway. Skill power 135, skill haste 8%. That's pretty decent. You can get obviously a lot higher, but still just a little bit of skill haste just for your heals and everything to come back. Just a little bit quicker, just helps out in those like good battles when you're having against like the whole servers and whatnot. Salted Peanut just sent me an invite. Sorry mate, I can't join at the moment. Max health is 237, so that's still plenty, like 237, that's fine. Armor mitigates is 31.98. Again, I have literally not even looked at that. Haven't even really looked at that whatsoever. My health regeneration is 23,000. That's actually pretty good. I haven't even looked at that before either. Burn resistance 33%. That's from my knee pads, and shock resistance. That's from my knee pads as well. So I could probably get, if I could get some disrupt resistance or disorient resistance, that would be a little bit better, or bleed or blind death. So that could be a little bit better like that. I'll just tell you what my talents. So to peanuts in the invite again. Sorry mate, I can't join at the moment. For my talents, what I've been using, so just my normal concealed pulse I like to use when I go in my battles, and then my booster shot. So I still get 81,000 health, so I still got a pretty decent heal from that. It gives me like probably 1.5 bars, so I still got a pretty decent health from that. Or if I want, I can just change that one, get a nice 136,000 self heal. But yeah, I like them booster shots so far. It's been working well for me. As for my talent, so if I'm in a group, I'll run critical save, use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. If I'm, in a group, combat medic, use a medkit near allies to heal group members and proxies within 20 meters by 40%. That's like a must. If you're in a group and you don't use combat medic, just get out of the group, because you need that in a group to stay alive. Strike back, so I reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%, and I run precision. Headshot a hostile to pulse them for 10 seconds. That's just a bit of extra damage, and get like so like you hit him in the head, you get a pulse, and then you get like extra damage. I do run on the move as well, but I feel like when I'm like taking on the servers and whatnot, there's not really that many NPCs around to like shoot at and get like the on the move procced, so it's useful, but I don't really use it that much. So I don't normally use it.
Agent is joining your team.
I think that's probably Salty Peanut who just joined me. It's all good. And then if I have a 1v1, I like to use this. 1 is none. Headshot a hostile to have a 50% chance of not consuming the bullet. So that's when you're in like those tight battles and you fight and someone, you getting those headshots. It's just that little bit of extra few bullets that you get like at the end, if when you really like, when it's a really close battle. That's why I like none. 1 is none for 1v1s, and then these 3 here to stay the same. I think that's pretty much everything. I've covered all of that. Yeah, so there you go. This is the build I've been using in a lot of my videos. So if you see me with 2 SMGs on my back or 1 SMG in my hand or whatever, this would be the build I'm probably using at the moment. So yeah, like I said, get that skill power up around 130, 140, however high you can kind of get it, with keeping your toughness and everything else how you want it. I'm pretty sure that Salty Peanut's just walking around me. It's all good. So yeah, get that skill power up nice and high. Toughness, I would keep your toughness around 350. You can go a little bit lower, it doesn't matter too much. Firearms, get those firearms about 71. Your DPS, honestly, don't even worry about your DPS. I don't even look at my DPS whatsoever. I don't even care about it like at all. It does not mean anything. It's just a fucking inflated number that everyone always looks at and tries to show off and say, oh, look how much DPS I have. So yeah, honestly, it does not mean anything. Don't even worry about the DPS. Yeah, so I hope this video helps you guys, and I'll have a short clip of me. I think it was me and Monty. We came into this little manhunt, and our other 2 teammates died. And yeah, somehow we stayed alive. I don't know how we did it. Ended up killing all of them, and yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Pretty good video. So, so yeah, enjoy that, and I hope this video kind of helped out with any builds or anything you kind of needed help with, or if you want to make an Alpha Bridge build or any sort of build whatsoever. This, like, you can use this if you want to help out. Like, this is pretty much similar to my Banshee build, same sort of stats. So yeah, just any kind of build, hopefully this helps out. And if you'd leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, hope you enjoyed this, and if you could press that subscribe button, that'd be sick. I'd love that. Alright guys, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.